We're going to spend our time focusing on just adding integers. We can think of adding integers as combining, and that gets a little bit easier to understand as we get a little further into this, because one of the problems with adding and subtracting as things that we do is that sometimes they overlap. So if you can think of it as you're combining two numbers, you're combining them in a positive way or sometimes in a negative way. Don't move. So we're combining them. So I'm going to quickly go over the shortcut just to adding. That's all I want us to spend some time on today. So here's the shortcut. This is on the front of your little foldable. If you add, there are two possibilities. You could have the same sign on both numbers, or you could have different signs on both numbers, and each one is different. So if they have the same sign, this is just what you've been doing all since kindergarten. You're going to add them, and you're going to put the sign. So if they're both positive, you're going to add them together, and they're going to have a positive answer. If they are both negative, you're going to add them together, and they're going to have a negative answer. Okay? If the signs are different, then you're going to subtract them. Now that's counterintuitive because we don't think about subtracting when we're adding. But if the signs are different, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to subtract them, and then you're going to take the sign of the one with the bigger absolute value. So that may sound a little complicated, but let's do a little bit of that and see if it makes sense to us. So I gave you this addition with the same signs. We're going to do this part, and then we'll take a break for lunch. So let's look at this one. This one part that has the same signs. So the first one, 3 plus 4. You have been doing 3 plus 4 for a very long time, okay? And I only throw it in there to show you that the pattern works for all kinds of questions. So what is 3 plus 4? 7. That's okay. That's okay. All right, it's 7. Now, on a number line, and I know you've done this before, so I just want to kind of show you because I want you to see how this relates to negative numbers. So on a number line, if you were adding 3 plus 4, you would start at what number? 3. And then you would go to the right. How many numbers?
4.
1, 2, 3, and 4. So you would end up at 7. And you know that 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. So that's if we have two positives, that's what you're used to. It works really the same way with two negatives, only it goes in the negative direction. So let's start with, our next one says negative 4 plus negative 7. Now some people asked me, why are those little parentheses there? I'm going to write this a little bigger for you. Negative 4 plus parentheses, negative 7. Okay, the reason for those parentheses are only because people don't like to see a plus and a minus next to each other. So they put a parenthesis so you know that this is plus a negative number. That's the whole reason that it's there. It's just so that you don't get confused. So don't worry about that. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, so we have two negative numbers. We have negative 4 and negative 7. Let's follow the same steps on the number line. So we're going to start at what number?
Negative.
Okay, so we'll put a dot. Do this one with me on your number line, just so you have it. So we're going to put a dot at negative 4. And then it says we're going to add negative 7. That means we're going to go to the left how far? 7, because we're going in the negative direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so negative 4, add negative 7. We end up at what number? Negative 11. Now, I told you that the shortcut is you add 4 plus 7, and since they're both negative, you put a negative in front of it. But this is the reason why it works, okay? Kind of wanted you to see that idea, okay? Let's do this last one, and then we'll go to lunch. So negative 5.4 plus negative 0.98. Now, I'm not going to write that on the number line because we don't need to. But let's just do it together. So we're going to line it up. Write it with me. Negative 5.4. And I hope you remember that when you're working with decimals, you have to line up the decimals. So it's negative 5.4 plus negative 0.98. Should line up just like that. Okay, if you're not familiar with those rules, make sure that you get familiar with them. because those I'm pretty much expecting you know that. Okay, so we're going to add a 0 right here, and then we just add them up. 8 plus 0 is 8. What's 4 plus 9?
13.
Yep. Carry the 1. That gives us 6. Put our decimal in the answer. Now we get 6.38. And is it positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative, because both of those numbers were negative. So our answer is negative 6.38. Okay? And when we return from lunch, so when we get to signs that are different, that's when it's a little bit different. That's when you have to think subtract and not add. So if they have two different signs, you're going to subtract the two numbers. So let's pretend for a second that the number 7 and 9 in number 4 don't have any signs. If I said subtract 7 and 9, you would get the answer, hold on, you would get the answer 2, right? 7 and 9, you would get the answer 2, right? Because 9 minus 7 is 2. Now, I know that goes against what you've been taught. You've always been taught to subtract the first one from the second, or the second one from the first one. But in this case, you're just thinking we have the number 7 and we have the number 9. If we subtract them, we'll get 2, right? The difference between 7 and 9 is 2. Okay? And then all we do is take the sign, sorry about that, take the sign of the one that has the greatest absolute value. In other words, the one that looks biggest. So since 9 is bigger than 7 without the signs, our answer is going to be positive. So negative 7 plus 9 gives us 2. Now let's do that on the number line just for a second so you get the idea of how it works. So first we're going to start at negative 7, because that's our first number. And how far are we going to go? 9. And since it's positive, we're going to go to the right. All right, so let's go 9 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where'd we end up? Positive 2. Okay, so this is kind of a proof of why it works. Because if we start at negative 7, that's this number, we add positive 9 to it, we're going to end up in positive numbers. But the shortcut is you take 7 and 9, subtract them, and then the sign is whichever one had the bigger absolute value. So let's look at the next one. We have 16 plus negative 20. If we just forgot about the signs for a second and we subtracted because they're different signs, what's the difference between 16 and 20? 4. And which number, 16 or 20, is negative? 20. So our answer is negative 4. Does that make sense? It really is absolute value, but if I use that word too many times, you're going to get a little bit confused. All you have to do is say, the signs are different. What's the difference between these two? It's 4. Negative 20 has is bigger, or 20 is bigger than 16, so our answer is negative. Let's look at the next one. How about 0 plus negative 6? Negative 6. Very good. Okay. And then the last one. So we have negative 4.3. So I'm just going to write 4.3. And then I have 2.1. We're going to subtract them because they have different signs. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. But which one was bigger, 4.3 or 2.1?
4.3.
So our answer is
Negative
2.2. So let me go back to those shortcuts just one more time and make sure you've got it. When they're the same, you add them, and whatever sign they have, that's the sign. That's easy. When they're different, you subtract them, whatever numbers they are, you just subtract them, and the sign is the one with the bigger absolute value or the one that looks bigger. That's the untechnical definition.